Hey there. This is kind of what I've been doing in my TMS journey, is journaling each day, what the day was in my treatment, who was my technician, what sessions it was, what my motor threshold was, what level I had gotten to on my goal to 110% for the treatment. Started at 60, and the last 2 days, which were the last 2 days of treatment, I got to the 110. It's Tasha, looking very casual today. I had my last day of my TMS treatments today. It was kind of uneventful. They made a big deal there. I started off getting a little dysregulated when I went in, and they said I was going to be with a different tech for the first time of the entire month. But they fixed that, and I was with Jaden, my main tech, and it went well. I did my 110 that I was able to do yesterday and both sessions today. She gave me a little gift at the end and a hug and congratulated me, and said that I need to set up an appointment with the nurse practitioner psychiatrist Jessica for about a week and a half out. So I have that appointment scheduled for the Monday after next. The next thing would be a month out. Talk to her a little bit, my tech, Jaden, about kind of the good and the bad over the month. Feeling like I had some really positives and some glimmers there, different times of handling situations better, of feeling more regulated when I was upset by something, or when I had conflict or something that I had to resolve, not being impulsive, not being emotional, or too emotional I should say, and being able to address it in what I thought was a healthy way, speak my mind so that I could be heard, try not to be passive aggressive or negative or anything like that, just say what I needed to say to make me feel better, and most importantly not have expectations of the other person, not care if they responded negatively, not care if they didn't respond at all, because I have no control over anyone else but myself. And those were high moments, or good positive moments that I started realizing. I said I'd be real about this whole thing, so I think the negatives for me was wanting some kind of magic to happen about my trauma, and about why over a year now things have gotten worse, not better, with some of that, and I was expecting like it to just erase my brain or something, or to make it all better, but it obviously hasn't. But there's less and less time between, or more and more I should say, time between when I maybe have a bad day or a bad couple days. And I would say over the month I had 3 situations, less than 24 hours, well maybe last week was a couple days residual, but where I just really had a bad night. Something triggered me that was something I didn't, like in hindsight, can't remember. Was it something I read, or something I saw, or something I remembered, or whatever it was? It brought me to a dark place. It made me spiral a little bit. It got me emotionally dysregulated to the point where I didn't sleep. I just did all the bad things. So the first time when I had gone in, which was early on, they had sent me home because I didn't get the sleep and I didn't have the things I needed to get the most effective treatment. But last Tuesday, when I felt things were like glimmers of good and noticing some of those positive things, I had the same kind of thing happen. Kind of different but not, same thing, based on the same thing. But I ended up texting the next morning and just canceling, because I knew going all the way up there they were going to cancel it anyway, and just deferred that to the end of treatment as well. And talked to them a little bit about it when I went back in. Even the next few days, Thursday, Friday, I still did, like on a scale of my 1 to 10 they asked me, I was saying 5 or 6 instead of my 7 or 8, and it was just some residual stuff still hanging on. And I think part of it, in looking back, was the thoughts or wishes that the treatment was going to be magic, that it was going to make everything better, that there was going to be major changes right away, and having that not seem to be the case, or the one area that I most wanted help with, or to have some relief from, was the one thing still kind of there. So that was upsetting and sad, and it kind of carried over into how I was feeling, and I tried not to go into treatments that way. I'd learned a couple weeks ago a way as the treatment dose got higher and I had a little more like feeling uncomfortable or even like it was agitating instead of just that I could deal with it. I started first trying to think of a prompt and think on that, because they say whatever you're thinking a lot actively about is the active part of your brain that the treatment will help the most, as long as it's not something triggering you or traumatizing you. That was the first 1 or 2 times they had told me to do that. Then I started my own little way of like basically speed talking in my head about positive things and wanting to be healthier and wanting to do healthy things, and even like in my head saying those things and what that looked like, and it made treatment go a lot faster. Like the 3 minutes just seemed to fly by because my brain was just thinking so much like a story or little blips in my head that it was just done before I realized it. I wish I'd done that the whole time. Focused on something positive, focused on, whatever part of my thought processes was maybe lacking that I knew needed more positive reinforcement, physically, emotionally, mentally, and everything. So I kind of had the same thing happen last night. I've been having a bad headache the last few days. I had spent some time with a friend for a little bit last night. I came back, I went in the hot tub, which is only the second time in a month and a half. I came up, fuzzy PJs, got comfortable, and then I just was hung up on just feeling bad, like pity party for me kind of thing, even though I didn't want to be that way. And so it was a rough night, and I knew I wanted to go today. It was my last day, and I didn't want to go in a bad place, so I really tried to get my act together. I slept in a little bit this morning. I didn't want to think, although I was dreaming, and I got up there. On the way, I did a little audio recording to myself talking about focusing and what it was I really wanted, and that I still had faith in this helping, if not completely fixing everything like magic, because I know that's not the case. But left today a little bit sad, disappointed with myself at things maybe that I didn't do perfectly, that I could have done better, then making myself upset because I'm beating myself up and I'm not supposed to be doing that, and just like the devil and the angel on your shoulders that just go back and forth with each other. Other than at the office and them congratulating, they gave me a little gift box. I'll have to insert a picture maybe, and they set up my appointments, talked about seeing me and hoping I did well. And one thing Jaden, the tech, said was just plan on, if I haven't seen major results that I'd hope for now, that things continually work on exercising your brain, and like the finish or the ending of the treatment isn't over until longer out. She said 2 to 4 weeks even, your brain is still processing a lot of the treatment and still healing. So that's why they do the follow-ups that I'll be doing with the nurse practitioner, psychiatrist. I'm repeating myself a little bit. I went by the store and bought myself a cake because somebody at the center was talking about cupcakes and they had a sweet tooth and whatever. I never do that. But I just said, maybe I'll just have cake for dinner. So I went and got a cake for myself. And I went by my post office box, since I'm living so displaced, and a book I've been waiting weeks for. It's a YouTuber, TikToker, influencer who wrote a book. I'll go ahead and call him out. It's Misha from social media that I'm sure everybody knows. Wonderful, inspiring, great person, and wrote this book that I'm really excited to read. And I'm really excited for him to be doing so well with it, because he seems genuinely like a really good person. So I'm going to wrap up. I'm at 8 minutes, and I knew I had some little parts in the beginning, but I just want to say there will be follow-up. I won't leave it hanging here. I don't want to be negative about the treatment because I don't know fully the extent of things. Might wean off some medicines, see where things are at with that. But I would say overall the experience with them there at Radial and with my tech and everyone else was very positive. It's a great place, it's great energy, and I think they really are trying to help a lot of people. I'm hopeful, and I hope with my other things like counseling and self-help and things that it'll all come together and that there's going to be a better day, brighter days, happier days, get to my traveling. So Blessings and good night. And I hope someone out there got something out of these and that you can find some relief for whatever it is that you're going through, because you deserve it. And you deserve to take care of yourself. And you don't need to worry about what anybody else thinks about what you do or what you say or whatever decisions you make in your life. It's all about you.